Welcome back to the channel. My name is Samuel from Nomus Archives. Today I'm going to review a little film called Grave Robbers from 1988. Not to be confused with Grave Robbers from 1989, which is a totally different film made by an also pretty solid director. Directed some other Spanish horror flicks, you should definitely check him out. Can't remember the name, but if you type in Grave Robbers 1989, then you should be able to find it pretty easily. Enough about that. This film is fucking weird. Like, it comes close to like Basket Case 2, bit of the Bride of animated film, but it's really fucking weird. It's the most deadpan. No, I wouldn't say deadpan. More like it can be pretty funny at times, then other times it's not really that funny because you have people using electrical equipment to stimulate corpses, then they fuck them. So it's a bit of a weird mixed bag when you think about it like that. As I've already said a bit of the story, you know, the fucking whole corpses part is it's a very pro-necrophilia movie, I would say. So, our story starts in this really lovely nighttime diner, and I kind of wish the whole movie took place because it looks like a really fantastic place to be at. With this girl we, of course, we presume to be our final girl, and, you know, she's working there, all great and dandy like. Nothing wrong. Then this guy comes in, asks her to marry him, and she says yes, of course, because that's the normal thing people do. And so they go off together, and that's pretty much the start of the film. And I'm like, okay, this is pretty weird. You know, I don't believe in love at first sight, but apparently this one does. So anyway, we go to this huge, I mean, it's a town, it's not that huge. We go to this town. Pretty small town actually, and we learn that this wonderful chap, he works at a funeral home, which is always great. You know, love funeral homes, the dead and such. And, you know, everything seems pretty cool at first. Like, he has his own staff. The townfolk are a bit weird, a bit Stephen King-like. The director even says as much in the extras. It's very much Stephen King inspired, but, like, it's weirdness. I don't want to repeat the use weird, but, like, it's weird. So if you can't handle... I mean, like, if you watch, like I said, Bride of Reanimator, if you watch that, it's basically on the same tone-wise. It's pretty close. I don't want to spoil too much, because that's not fun. There's a scene here where you have a... Yeah, there were zombies in it. I apologize. Sorry. There's a scene here where you have a zombie riding a motorcycle, and that's really fucking funny. Apart from that, so okay, I've said too much, but the film is basically about this girl learning from, oh, I kind of made a mistake in marrying this guy I met like 5 minutes ago, and she's kind of slowly learning to accept the ways of the town until she realizes the corpse fucking bit. Okay, this is perhaps not a really good place to live, so I think I might gonna head out and like never step foot in this town again, which seems like a normal answer, and the film kind of starts from there. I think that's about the 20-minute mark when that happens. But yeah, I didn't expect this film to be that good. It was on the day that I watched like 6 movies in a row, and this was the 4th one, and I was like, is this really gonna be any good? And then I was like, because the previous 3 were pretty bad. You can check my letterbox if you want to know which ones those were. But I was really like at a low point, and I was like, I'm gonna just throw it in the background. But this really movie, like, it surprised me so much. First of all, the cast knows what kind of movie this is. Like, I've seen some people say it's a bad movie because the actors are all bad, and I'm like, have you ever watched something campy? But no, apparently they haven't. And especially the lead, I think it was her name was Elizabeth Milona, what's it spelled? I had it somewhere. Elizabeth Manino. This is literally her only feature film credit. She did something else an hour long. I haven't seen that, but this is her only feature film credit, and she's like fucking great. Don't know why she stopped acting, but yeah, I think if you like gory, bit weird films, I think you're gonna like this one pretty much. It's the vibe reminds me a lot of Twin Peaks, but like a bit more, like if Twin Peaks was off the air and like the unrated version, it's pretty close to that, because you have this weird town, but like in Twin Peaks you have like an element of goodness in the town, which you don't have here. I mean, you kind of have it, but also don't. Yeah, it's a bit more fucked up for, like, kind of Brian Usna, not Brian Usna, perhaps Brian Usna and Hannah Lauder. I think Anthony Hickox, and it reminds me a bit of Return to Salem's Lot, actually, from Larry Cohen and Michael Moriarty, if you've seen that one. It's also, I mean, it's basically the same plot, like, guy goes, in this case it's girl, but guy goes to town and weird fucking, there's like the whole town's evil and such. Go watch Return to Salem's Lot as well, it's really great. Do I have something else to say? I had some notes written down, actually. No, I think basically that's it. It's a fun, wild ride. Vinegar Syndrome put out the Blu-ray. It's a really solid transfer. Like, I'm biased because the 3 films I watched previously were all terrible, transfer and quality wise, like of the actual film, but this film really looks great. It's region 3, I believe. It should still be available. Never seen somebody talk about this. I think the reason why I got this one is because I liked the Spanish Guy's film and wanted to watch his other film, Grave Robbers, and accidentally ordered this one, if you can believe that. Then I had to order the other Grave Robbers, which I haven't seen. You should check out the Spanish Guy. He's a pretty good director. Or was he Mexican? Ooh, sounds insensitive. Didn't mean that. Anyhow, Grave Robbers, 1988. The Blu-ray has a really funny interview with the director, Star Wiseman. He seems pretty insightful about stuff and such. He's a very funny... he has an interesting story about a porn shoot he was on. You should definitely listen to that. It's only 20 minutes long. But yeah, I've rambled enough. You should really go watch this movie. Yeah, buy the Blu-ray or find... I don't think it's streaming anywhere. Maybe on Tubi. Everything is on Tubi. But yeah, go watch this one. And I'll see you in the next one.